Hey there, it's Manuel here from Savee team, and I'm here today to show you our gallery template and how easy it is to edit the assets in it. So replacing the image we have in the art pieces, moving where the camera go through the art pieces for yours. So yeah, I have the steps in here which we are delivering within the files. So you have a PDF instructions with these descriptions and then some screenshots from Blender and then After Effects. So first thing, opening the Blender file, you have the composition in here with the ground and then the light for, if you activate this option, which is the viewport shading, you can see how it's gonna look on the final render. But for now, to be easier for moving within the composition, we'll keep the viewport shading option activated. So by selecting any of these assets, you'll see that within the shader editor, you have the node for this art piece. And then within the node, you have this option, this little node, a smaller one, that we are going to use to replace the asset. So clicking on this little icon, which is for unpacking, you have some options in here. And then for this example, we're gonna select the first one, which is using the file from current directory. But yeah, feel free to write the original file or create a new one. And then clicking on the little folder icon, we are able to replace this asset for any other image we want to. So for example, I'm gonna show you how to, like, I don't know, replace it for any of these images, and then you can see that's changed. So it's pretty simple. This is the first thing that you have to do for customizing this template and adding your own assets. But of course, you can also change the lighting and then, yeah, any other thing that's more visually about the template. And then what you're gonna do in here is, just for showing, clicking on the camera, right click on it and setting it for active camera, and then playing the timeline, like clicking on the play here. You can see how it looks, and then, yeah, again, activating the viewport shading, you can see how the final animation will look. But yeah, just talking a little bit about rendering now, because after replacing the assets, we're gonna render the animation within the properties window, and then the output. We have the preset settings here, like for rendering, and then we are using PNG, which is pretty much creating a PNG sequence for the animation. But let's say we want to render out the MP4 from Blender. We're going to select the FFmpeg video, and then you can select the folder where it's gonna be rendering, and then, yeah, just clicking accept, and then for rendering it, just go to render and render animation, or use the shortcut like for this. After clicking on that, you see that the rendering process will start. We're gonna skip this for now, but just to explain how it works, what's gonna do is rendering the almost 2000 frames we have in the timeline, which is the full camera movement going through the pieces. But yeah, it's pretty much it. It's gonna take some time depending on your computer, how it goes, like how much memory you have. So yeah, but we're gonna skip this part for now, and then I'm gonna show you how the After Effects file is set up. Within the assets folder in the After Effects file, we have the renders for each of the size variations. And then for each of these, we have a composition. So the post, Instagram post one, more vertical. For the stories, which is pretty much like a vertical format, more standard, and then a 6:9, 16:9. And then within the composition, we just have a noise layer to add a final touch. But yeah, feel free to add it, and if like removing it or yeah, adding any other effects. It's a adjustment layer that you can add it by going to the effects control window. But and then you have the soundtrack in here also that you can use this for rendering the final animation. But yeah, it's pretty much it. We are delivering also a PDF within the folder with instructions that where you can find all the annotations that I've just went through here. And then we have some screenshots from Blender, and then from Blender and After Effects. But that's it. Feel free to ask us any other questions you have about this template, but happy to help. That's it. Bye.